So yeah, you kind of do your 5 years, but then you step back. You decide to stay here. You go work for Merc, traveling around. Getting to meet real Oklahoma.
Yes.
Right. You
Yeah.
live in the city and meeting, but you really get to see the entire state by doing your job.
Yep.
I mean, what are some of the things that come to memory of just those times at Merc, like driving around and meeting?
Yeah, so there's certainly several times where you might be going down a country road headed to Ada or somewhere like that, and you've got a crossing of cows coming across the road.
Yeah.
You just have to wait. I mean, there's places that you can get caught waiting for a train. You're in a hurry to try to get to an appointment, and the next thing you know, you're stuck where a train's going by. When you get down in Southwest, that's where a lot of the cotton is down there, and it literally during certain times of the year looks like it's snowing because there's cotton just flowing all over the place, and those huge machines that harvest it and stuff sometimes will be driving right down the middle of the road, and you may have to get over on the edge to get around. Right. And then there's small town doctors' offices where they take care of themselves, so there might be a shotgun under the desk or something like that. So.
And you're coming in trying to sell them pharmaceutical services, trying right, like buy this new drug.
That one of the things that I learned early on is that it was always better to try to dress down a little bit. The whole suit and tie thing
didn't work.
In parts, and I think that's fine. I think you kind of adapt to who you're going and talking to, but I can tell you. One of my doctors out in Sayre, Oklahoma, which is out I-40 almost to the border. He was the mayor at one time of Sayre, Oklahoma, and he was also the town doc. And when I quit calling on him, he was 88.
Wow.
He was just didn't stop. Yeah. So those are, and it's all about, those are some of the fun things, but also just food, finding the best place to eat in all these towns. And for me, my friends know it's all about cheeseburgers.
Right.
So,
the famous cheeseburger matrix.
Whether it's J&W's down in Chickasha or it's Folgers in Ada, those are some where Ron's just right here at 50th and May. Shameless plug for some of those, but those.
Well, we can get into that in more detail. We got time. Everyone knows you that knows that you're a cheeseburger fan, also knows that you're a huge Whataburger fan. Oh yeah, right. Had it just yesterday. There we go. I went through the drive-through. Yeah, but of all these tiny little towns and little real, like Nick's, for example, right? The original Nick's. He's still there flipping burgers, that kind of thing. But you get that in every town. You really do. There's some place. Of course, our friend Lane Diffie out in El Reno. There's several out in El Reno, but my favorite out there is a place called Roberts. Okay. So Sid's is great, Johnny's is great, but Roberts is a great little place there that has. And then I went to a place in El Reno. Enid's got a great place. Okay, it's the middle of nowhere, hole in the wall. I can't remember what it's called, but it's. My friend took me there, and I've never had Enid. Enid was never in my territory, okay. So I don't know. It was like a tiny little small little patties, but it was double, triple stacked cheese and just the best bun. That's what I like. So I like the thin meat and a lot of cheese. Yeah, and life is good. Yeah, my favorite in probably the whole state. I really like Ron's cheeseburger and chili, which is actually. Do you have the half and half with the chili on top? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can definitely do that. Chili cheese fries on the side. In fact, my good friend Troy and I that I talked about being the architect, him and I take each other there on our birthdays. Heart healthy all the time. Oh, of course. Yeah. But there's a place in Ada called Folgers. Been there since 1938. It's on Main Street in Ada. Two brothers own it. They inherited it from their parents, and so the lady that works the counter is one of their wives. Yeah. One of the guys works the cash register. The other brother works the grill. 3 people. There's about a bar that sets about maybe 5 or 6, and then a couple of tables. Yeah. And that's it. And that's all it is. That's awesome. But if you're ever in Ada, Folgers is the place to go eat a cheeseburger. Yeah. That's so good. And I remember we discussed this. I think it was probably in a Facebook post with a bunch of other people. But there's not just one, right? Like there's you either get a thin patty or you get the thick. There's a lot of things that go into a great cheeseburger.
There's a lot of things so you have your chains.
Yeah.
So and for me, it's all about Whataburger.
Right.
I mean, I put good Whataburger up against anything else. But then you have more of like and chains always have like a drive-through, right?
Sure.
So you got that. But then you have more of your like Five Guys type. So you might call that the little bit more expensive burger, or but then you might have restaurant burgers, so like Red Robin or Chili's, and they're usually the thicker meats and stuff like that. Yeah. But so there's different categories, but for me, it's the mom and pop. The mom and pop is where it's at, and then you find those in those little towns,
right?
And I've tried to. I probably should write a list down.
Yeah, we need to compile a list.
And give it to
we need to publicize this list. Because it was a place in Yukon too. It's not there anymore. It was Fat Elvis's.
Oh yeah, Fat Elvis's was there. Yeah,
had that place.
Yeah, Sid's had a location, and Johnny's had a location in Yukon too for a while. I don't know if they still do or not, but.
I mean, we could talk double cheeseburgers for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, I love.
Awesome.
So did you? So from where you're from, it wasn't. You didn't. It wasn't a big deal, was it?
No, like we don't. Steaks and cheeseburgers and burgers are just not a big thing back home.
Right.
You know, it's all like kind of cooked dinners and fish and chips and all that. You know, like bangers and mash type thing. But I remember coming out here, and I remember going to. Where was it? It was probably Tucker's for the first time.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know, I went to Tucker's and someone's like, have an onion burger. I'm like, what? You know, like back home you would have like kind of like a hot dog with onions on it, or you would have like sausages with onion gravy and mashed potatoes, but like an onion burger never had one.
Yeah.
And I remember having now, like, okay, this is. And then going home and having a burger back home, like what's that?
What's that?
You know,
that's
I'm just
not
like,
right.
There's only one place that does it right, and that's the States. So, and the same thing with steaks. You know, you go back home and you have a steak, and you're like, this is just not like you either pay through the nose for it, and to get it, and it's a really good one. But you know, it's not like going to Texas Roadhouse here and paying $25 and getting a giant chunk of decent meat.
Right.
So yeah, that like. And everyone I bring out here, we always go to a burger place. You got to experience it. It's just something different.
Well, Tucker's is one of our favorite stops for me and my boys. Went before a Thunder game.
Okay.
So either, and we're giving all kinds of advertising here, but either we would hit Big Truck Tacos.
Okay.
Or Tucker's, usually before a Thunder game, and Tucker's is excellent.
Yeah,
I really like it a lot.
There's a place down in Lawton as well? That's a pretty good place. It's been at Myers, is it? Myers?
Yes.
Hasn't that been there for a long time?
It has been. Yeah,
I haven't had it yet, but I've heard that place is really good.
Yeah. So I had Lawton in my territory. Yeah. So there's. You can find them almost anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can eat double cheeseburgers every day on the road. I mean, why not?
It's amazing that I haven't had a cardiac. The ironic thing, I sold heart medicine and blood pressure and cholesterol medicine almost my entire career at Merc, and diabetes medicine.
That's hilarious.
And yet here I am talking about eating cheeseburgers. Everybody out there, don't do as I do.
Yeah, and it's moderation, isn't it?
Moderation.
Everything's okay. Just moderation.